Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stellar Ladies Live. We've been away for a while, and now we're back. And I think the only person, oh no, I was going to say the only person we've got watching us is Dave, but no, Dee's just come in. Hi, Dee. So we're just winging it today. We've got no particular topic, so we're just having a catch up and a little bit to talk about our goals. George Ross is in, and BCP. Hi guys, and Mandy. Hi Mandy. It was good to meet Mandy at Bristol, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Crispy's in. Mummy on a budget. Cos, Julian, Jessica, Joan. I've fallen into space. Angel Jones. Hi everyone. So today we have joining us. We have Kelly, who's flipping fantastic finds. Hi Kelly.
Hiya. Hi everyone.
Hiya.
Heather, who's treasure pirate. Karen's on road.
I've got to go to the door. I'll be back.
Okay. And Karen, who, what are you now, Karen? You've changed
the sewing thrifter.
Say again?
The sewing thrifter.
The sewing thrifter.
Hi everyone.
And Shelley, who's disappeared.
I'm here. I'm back.
Hello, Shelley.
Posty.
Oh, Posty. Anything interesting?
Yeah. Don't know. Probably. It's probably something that I've got from somewhere because I've been stuck in the house. So.
Something you've got from somewhere, okay.
I'll tell you what I had in the post this morning. I bought myself a Himalayan salt rock lamp thing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really good for like allergies and sinusitis and all that kind of stuff. And I thought it might be good for Nick's allergies. So that arrived today. It's so heavy. They're really nice.
They can attract water, those Andrea. So just if it sometimes feels a little bit damp, don't panic, because that's how they attract moisture out of the air.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's salt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Good to know. You'll be thinking, why is my lamp wet? Ew.
Yeah.
So how long has it been, ladies, since we've been live? Because it seems like forever. And I'm
About a
sure
month,
people in the chat think that as well. Seems like we've been gone forever.
Yeah, I think it's got to been about a month, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because we didn't do last week, which was the first week the kids were back, and it worked out that most of us with kids, like young kids, had an inset day the Friday before the kids broke up.
Yeah.
So we had 3 weeks of them being off school, and then we had last week as well. So yeah, 4 weeks, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay.
3 weeks and they'll be off again. It's like,
Oh no, it's really soon, isn't it?
Well, mine are both at work, so.
So how's everything been going with you? How about you, Kelly? How's life been with you in the last month? Did you have a good Easter?
I don't really celebrate Easter, but yeah, I suppose it was good. Didn't get no Easter eggs or anything like that.
Oh.
No, I don't get Easter eggs and things like that.
All right.
Didn't you buy the first one?
But yeah, it's going okay. I've been all right. Yeah, can't think of anything major that's happened. We've had a few birthdays in the last couple of weeks. Kids and Barry's birthday. I'm all with my mum's 80th. Yeah, so we've got a lot of spring babies in my family. So yeah, other than that, just plodding on as normal.
Yeah. Has business been good?
It's again plodding on as normal, more or less. I haven't really noticed any major dips or changes since Good Talk cancelled. So yeah.
How are you, Heather? How are you, Heather?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise. Yeah, it's been quite a good Easter time, really. Things have gone quite well. I think with Good Till cancelled, I haven't seen a massive negative effect. I haven't seen a massive positive one either, but I did try running a 10% off sale just for 5 days. I think it's actually finished yesterday. And I did get a couple of sales out of that, but whether I got more than I normally would have done, I'm not entirely convinced. But yeah, you know, we've just got to keep trying these things, haven't we? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just got to keep trying everything that is available to us, really. And hope it works.
And the main thing for me that I haven't done and I want to try and do this weekend is to go through sort of through my bulk editing and find out, fill in the item specifics that might be missing, because if people don't know about that, that's quite useful to do. What with eBay saying that our stuff might get a bit invisible, as if it wasn't already, if we haven't filled everything in. And normally when you do your relist at the end of the month, as we used to, it would pop up with that horrible little red circle exclamation mark telling you you've got to do something, and it's not doing that now. So I really would got to go through, and I've got nearly 1,400 items on now, and try and just make sure that I have filled in the right things so that people can have got at least a chance of seeing them.
Yeah, well, I tell you, I had a quick look this morning with that bulk editor thing, and I grabbed the first 500 and it said 137 items needed looking at, and it was either like the outer shell material or neckline, because like, you know, when you've got like a card, it's just open, like
I just put in open.
I left it,
I just put open in it.
well, I've started doing that because I'm assuming because you know they want you to pick certain things, but if you put your, you must, they allow you to put in your own thing, don't they? So it must be all right to put in open.
Yeah, you just won't get picked up on the filter if they filter down by the search, but then you're not going to get an item not as described when you get a return.
Yeah, that's the other thing, isn't it? I hate having to pick stuff when I feel like it doesn't fit any of the categories. And it's going to take, well, on my computer anyway, I literally only did a handful, but each time then you press right, save that, and you know, and then it thinks about it, and it's like, oh my word, this is going to take a long time. That's even in the bulk then.
I think sometimes when it asks you to put your own in, if you're worried about putting something, you could just put a full stop.
Yeah.
So it counts as you've put something, but obviously it doesn't mean anything. But it'll get you.
So you like negate any sort of item not as described.
Have you tried that then, Kelly?
No, I've just seen it being done when I've been looked at other listings.
Ah.
Yeah, good idea.
So Karen, how have things been with you this last month?
Okay. I mean, I got this sorted out since the last Seller Ladies Live, so I've got my own workspace now. It's still my living room, but it's just blocked off. So now I'm really trying to push it. I'm trying to push to get a full-time income out of it, to be honest. Now, I've been on good till cancelled since beginning of March because I have control issues, if no one ever knew that. And I wasn't going to have eBay tell me when I was going to go over. I was going to go over when I wanted to go over. Not that I wanted to go over, but I done it off my own back. Absolutely ludicrous, makes absolutely no sense to anyone other than me. But I would say that though I've gone over to good till cancelled, things are still picking up new watchers, though it's been over the first month.
That's good.
So I didn't notice a dip in sales. So.
No. You've been trialing a bit of free returns, haven't you?
I've just started that. So when I was when did I start that? I think it was Friday. I started adding it to some of my listings. Now, not all my listings are still on it. I've got nearly 1,100, and I think 700 are now on free returns. I have increased the price on each item that's got free returns, so to try and accommodate that. But I have said I'll stick to this. If they go above 4 or 5%, I will not be doing free returns. I'll be switching it straight back off. But I think it's worth a shot. You know, yes, I'm going to get items returned. Yes, I'm going to get, I'm going to have to pay the postage. But I got 2 INAs at the weekend that were fake INAs. Will they remove them? Did they remove the other 8 they should have removed? No. So, you know, it's a bit.
Sorry, what did you say that the 2 INAs you got, they removed? Did you say?
No, I said, will they remove them? No. I've got 11 INAs. This is before the weekend. I got 11 INAs. 3 hands up, they were my fault. 1 had a hole, 1 it arrived damaged, and the other one I can't remember what it was, but it was my fault. And I admit that this is over the year. The other 8, eBay have even refunded me the return postage, so they know it's not my fault.
Yeah, I heard they won't return it, but then didn't that seller update that from a couple of days ago say that they were going to be able to do that now? Wasn't that one of the things in there?
they were very wishy-washy about what they're going to do. So I think we're going to have to find it out.
That video was wishy-washy, that YouTube video. I was like, well, you haven't really said anything on that.
Well, I had a massive row with eBay, over an item. Oh, my feedback is over an item that I sent out. I sent it out. I sent it small parcels, so it doesn't need to go tracked. I mean, it's only £10 plus postage, so it wasn't a lot. They weren't in, so it got delivered to their sorting office. So it was waiting at the sorting office to be collected. They never collected it. And eBay said the address that's showing on there is not the buyer's address. I said, no, it is the sorting office. That's where it's sitting at the moment. Well, if the buyer hasn't got it, you're going to have to refund them, or we will close the case in their favour.
Oh.
You just couldn't get through to them. You just couldn't get through to them. Go, look, that is the address of the local sorting office that is showing it. It's even, so I even sent them, the proof of postage. Because I do mine drop and go, I screenshotted from my computer because it comes up with your postcode and your tracking number and the house number. Even screenshotted and sent that. And they said, I can see you've sent it to the right address, but they've not tried to deliver it to the right address. So, I mean, it wasn't a lot. And to be honest, I phoned up the post Royal Mail and they said it's probably been lost in the post because it'd been sitting there for 30 days and hadn't come back to me. But
I've got a return coming back just for a top, and it was sent off. She sent it back almost 2 weeks ago now, and it's not come. Royal Mail. So they do go missing sometimes in the post, don't they?
Yeah.
I keep expecting it every morning, and it's not come yet.
There's been a lot of talk in the community about the advert, the eBay advert, that you can return things, and a lot of people have been saying that their returns have gone up since then. Have any of you found that?
No,
not particularly. No,
I haven't either. No.
I mean, my returns go in fits and spurts, so I can go 2-3 weeks without a single return. Then, like I said, at the weekend I've got 2.
Yeah.
I tend to find they clump together, but my return rate hasn't gone above 3%.
I think as well, like, when you're actually really busy and you send out loads of stuff, then you get some returns. But I've sort of, actually, figure-wise, I'm all right, but I'm not sending out quantity, really. So I really shouldn't be getting too many returns.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they've gone up. I think you probably, because it's like if you say look for a yellow car, then everywhere you'll see a yellow car. If you're looking for returns, it seems to think, oh, I'm getting more returns all of a sudden, when really you're not.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. That I think that suddenly you might be noticing you've had more returns than usual, and you're thinking, oh, it must be because of that advert. But yeah.
I mean, I had a £50 return this morning for a pair of boots, and she said, I love the boots, they're fantastic. She says, but the left one squeaks when I walk. I says, send them back, because that'd do my head in if I had one squeaky boot. Two squeaky boots is bad, but one is the worst, because it's like normal. Send them back.
I find that really ridiculous. I just think, just wear it in, the squeak will go, won't it?
No, I agree. Send them back. I would.
The thing is, as businesses,
good that she got you and not me then.
as businesses, we have to accept returns. And why aren't eBay going to promote the fact that we accept returns? And to be honest, people may not like returns, but how would you like it if you bought something off of eBay that was not good, wasn't not good enough, but say you bought something off eBay, you spent 20, 30, 40 pounds on it. Say you bought a pair of shoes, they don't fit. Would you like to be stuck with this pair of shoes, or would you expect to be able to return them?
Yeah, exactly. And they have to keep up with all of their competitors online. And we now have this culture of people buying things online, trying them on, and sending back what either doesn't fit or what doesn't suit them. And, it's not unknown for people to buy things, 10 things at a time and send back 8 of them. So eBay need to keep up with that. So then,
But do the private sellers, do they have to accept? I mean, this is the thing. It's different.
They still do if it's not as described.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not on a private seller account. I know people trade on it, and that's a different show altogether. But if you are one of these people that are trading on a private seller's account, to be honest, I'd accept returns, because if you don't, you're just going to get loads of INADs, because people will find a way to return it. They'll just say, "Oh, they're returning it," and then you'll have to pay for the return postage. I'm not saying that's right, but maybe just suck it up and accept returns.
It does make me laugh when I see in people's listings that they don't accept returns. I just think,
can't say, can you? You just can't.
There was a lot of talk about that, actually. That was our topic that we chose to talk about at that eBay conference that I went to this week. So yeah, there was a lot of talk about the fact that we really feel that there's a lot of disparity between business sellers and private sellers. And
to be honest,
so Hannah was writing it all down. So hopefully they'll start listening and realise that something needs to be done about it.
Because the customer doesn't care who they're buying from; they just want the product. So if they can get good service from us and crap service from someone else, it's going to tarnish eBay anyway. So it's not in their interests to have two standards when the customer doesn't care.
I know, and that's the point that I made, because Victoria, who's Chasing Secrets, was saying that she's bought off eBay in order to resell, and she's had terrible experiences from buying off private sellers because they've arrived damaged or dirty. And I made the point that the buyer can't tell whether they're actually buying from a private seller or a business seller, because when you're shopping on eBay, there isn't anything that tells you. It doesn't say this is a business seller.
It doesn't jump out at you, does it? Yeah.
There is a way if you look for it, because now, unless I'm sniping stuff, as in like someone's going to sell something blinking cheap and I'm going to snipe it, I don't care. There is a way of telling. If you go on to the actual seller, and if you're on your phone, if you go onto the actual seller and you go down, it'll say business details, and if it doesn't give you that bit, then it means it's a private account.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, but I'm saying a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, I agree.
Blogs on the street who's new to eBay, doesn't know much about it. And also they're going to get that. They're going to have that bad experience. And obviously, I'm not saying that all private sellers are like that. That's not a generalisation. There's a few people that don't mind. They don't care. But you're going to receive that item, and then you're going to say, "No, I had a really bad experience. I'm not shopping on eBay anymore."
The same point is when people put they're not taking returns in the description. Some buyers won't know that they can return it, and they'll just say, "Oh, it says I can't return it. What am I going to do?" You know what I mean, because they don't know. That they are well within the right to return it. So even though that we know it shouldn't be there, no returns, they can.
I've had exactly that experience with a pair of walking boots I bought for Ellen, and I made sure it was a business seller, so I knew that if they didn't fit her, I could return them, and they didn't fit, and they said, "No, we don't accept returns," and it says that in our description details. And I said, "Well, I'm a business seller on eBay, and I know that you have to accept returns." And I asked this for a while, and then they accepted it in the end.
Georgina's put in there, are you meant to accept returns on swimwear, so I've got the chat under, underwear, as lots of shops don't? I think yes. My advice would be you can buy them hygiene strips and put them in there, and maybe put in the listing, returns are welcome as long as the hygiene strip is in place.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that.
I don't sell underwear, so I'm fine on that one.
I just want to say that Amanda Roberts is in the chat, and she says, "I'm new to this and have watched your channel for a long time. You and Nick are super." So I just want to say thank you, Amanda, and welcome to the channel. And
hi, Amanda.
Karen, how are you? How's your month been?
Oh, it was a bit of a whirlwind, really. Obviously, it started off with my sister getting married, so that was really lovely. But unfortunately, we lost my father-in-law as well last month, so that was difficult. But I've also found out that I'm going to be an auntie again, and a great auntie. I'm too young to be a great auntie.
Yeah.
I was a bit shocked by it, but so sort of good and bad, but I didn't do very much work at all on eBay. So this month I've set my goals and I'm going to get as much listed as possible this month and get back on it.
Yeah.
Ellie, how's your eye?
Loads better, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you can even tell from this distance, but yeah, I went driving earlier as well to test it because I really want to go to the car boots. I'm desperate for stock, so I went off driving and it was fine. So that's good. But it's totally thrown. You what?
Did you delay putting your drops in?
I did do this mornings, but yeah, so I didn't need to delay. Well, no, I suppose it was a few hours after I'd done them that I went out. Yeah, so it was fine though, but it's quite sort of overcast down here today, so that helps. I think it's the light getting in because it makes the pupil go huge. But so I won't bang on about that. But yeah, that's been a bit of a spanner in the works to my for all the sourcing. The kids were off for a fortnight, which was a nightmare. All right, yeah, a nightmare. Dress that up, then go. Oh, it was a nightmare. So, but funnily enough, although this is just off on a tangent. Although I was whinging just before my eye went bad and I couldn't drive about not finding much in charity shops and like really looking forward to car boots. And so where I went today was a regular haunt of mine, and there's 5 charity shops I think there, and I've come back with two bread and butter things and a Harry Potter, which goes to show to me, well, I was sort of reassured. I feel like I haven't been missing out on anything, but that I need to find other areas as well for sourcing.
Did you say your car boots have started up again, Chanel?
Yeah, there was one last month, which was literally I didn't get a thing, but then last Saturday's was cancelled, although I couldn't have driven to it. But there's hopefully, if the weather this weekend, I could potentially go to one Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Wow!
Yeah,
how exciting!
Well, I'm so desperate as well that like I'm really up for it. So yeah.
I'm looking at my car boots are all year round. I don't know how I'd manage if they shut for the winter like yours do.
It's hideous.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know that because you hear me moaning about it.
Oh, wowzers. I've just checked my car boot. I thought it started again this weekend. Oh, no, it starts again on the 26th of May.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. We've had them since the beginning of April down here. And yeah, I don't get to them all the time, but when I'm in the mood and I can brave it with my granny trolley.
I mean, to be honest, I don't need to go to car boots to source. I'd like to go to car boots to buy stuff at grandma's shop, but I get enough stuff everywhere else. So
it's jumbles. I'm going to miss a couple of jumbles this weekend because I'm away. So never mind. I did all right today, so I've got enough today to keep me going for the week practically. So.
Was that from charity shops, Heather?
Yeah, there's one charity shop that's closing down this weekend because it's having a refurb. So I spent £10 with them, and it's going to prove to be incredibly profitable. Very profitable indeed. Happy bunny.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So in the morning you've managed to get enough for the whole week?
Well, I went to my flea market lady and I spent £20 with her, and I haven't even looked at that stuff yet. And then I've just been through the sort of couple of bags that I got. It was literally fill a bag for a couple of quid. I gave them £10 for what I purchased because it just seemed right, and they know me. And I just wanted to do something nice for them. But, I picked up this little thing that's apparently worth about 40 quid. That's one. It's a game.
Oh, brilliant.
It's from 1982. It looks really new.
Wow.
I know, it's bizarre.
That looks like a pickup, yeah.
King Kong Jungle from Grandstand Leisure Products. And of course, Andrea, who knows these things, thanks to Nick, says that that's a good thing. So I'm quite happy with that. But I couldn't believe my luck. I just literally filled my boots.
Yeah. It's their version of Game & Watches. So, yeah. I just want to say Lisa's in the chat, and we're wishing you well, Lisa. She's leaving hospital in about an hour. So.
I hope it all goes well, Lisa.
Yeah, good luck.
I've got quite a few in the chat. Did you advertise in the groups? Because I've not really been online this morning,
No,
so I don't know.
No.
Oh, right.
The only thing I've done is mentioned it last night. So, no.
Yeah, I've noticed we've got a couple of international viewers in as well. So,
Yeah.
hello.
How's your month been then, Andrea?
Oh, my month. Similar to Corin's, up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't go into it. But yeah, I mean, business-wise, similar to Corin in that I had a couple of weeks where I didn't really list, and I'm just trying to get back into it again now. Yeah.
Well, do you 3 a day, Andrea, like I'm doing. Lex is really helping me. She keeps reminding me.
I've noticed that. It's been motivating you.
Yeah, so anything more than 3 is a bonus. So
yeah.
3 only takes like 10, 15 minutes, or if that. So, you know, that's not much of the day. And then you feel like you've actually achieved something as well.
Yeah.
I'm pleased with myself when I've done at least 5 a day. So that sort of links us into our May goals. Do you have May goals? Do you have any goals for May, anyone? I'll go to you first, Corin, because you suggested that.
I have a list. So business-wise, get as much listed as possible. Continue organising my office. As you can see, it's a bit of a organised chaos at the moment, I'm going to say. Not a tip. It's organised chaos. I've got a lot of stuff about the house that needs to go in the new shed that Darren's still building. So that'll be better because then, you know, the place will be a bit more clutter-free. I rejoined Slimming World last night. So lose weight is another one. And also try a new recipe each week. So I went on, I don't know if anyone's heard of Pinch of Nom website. And they've got loads of really good recipes on there. So I was looking at stuff, you know, that I can do for Darren as well.
They've got a book out, Corin, you know that?
Yes, yeah, I saw the book, but they've got loads of free recipes on their website, so I thought I'd just go through them to begin with. Oh, I've just had I thought it was a sale, it's a question.
Hopefully one that leads to a sale.
Yeah, hopefully. And my other thing was wear a different pair of earrings every day, because I've got so many earrings and I tend to just get the same ones all the time. So I thought, right, if I put that as one of my goals, I'll make sure that I wear a different pair every day. These go quite well with the colours in my t-shirt, so that's quite handy. So,
are you doing a selfie on Insta every day of your earrings?
No, do you think I should?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm interested to see.
Yes, that's all mine.
George is in the chat and he says, I've recently got into the habit of waking up at 6 a.m. every day and do an hour of listing in bed for an hour until the school run. I've really noticed a difference in sales doing this.
Wow. Go, George.
I don't know if I can manage that.
I'm not a morning person.
So who else has got May goals or goals for May?
Yeah, I have. Not without goals by any means, but I have to come up with a inventory SKU system for my entire stock. I know some things have dropped off or are no longer listed, so I've got to actually overhaul the whole lot this month and also transport it into my new lock-up garage. So it's a big reorganisational shed load of work. Everything else is just going to tick along, but I've got to get that done. And I know once stuff disappears to a different location, I'm going to have a lot of trouble and I won't bother. So I have to do it before I move it.
And haven't you had a couple of items kind of relist themselves as well?
I have had that, yes. So, but what worries me is I know I've got things that could sell that for some reason don't appear to be listed at all. So I've got to literally go through and do like a stock take.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's got to be done.
It's amazing.
Have you ever done a stock take ever?
Nope, never.
Oh, dear. Good luck.
I'm just going to trawl through category by category and try and. I've got this new printer for little labels that like Carla and Sue use that go on the bags. So I need to print all those out first and then try and match them up and then decide where they. Oh, God knows. I don't know. I really don't know.
I've just started using this system like what Karen uses, and I think they also use it at Amazon, don't they? Where they don't put similar items in the same box.
Yeah.
So I can probably get about 20 items, various items in one of my boxes. And I've started putting all sorts in, so I'll have teddies in with shoes and dresses and skirts and things. That seems to be working for me, and I don't itemize it. I just go by the box then, Heather.
Yeah.
Don't go each individual item.
I like mine set out like a shop because family members like to come in and have a little browse and maybe buy stuff from me. So I've got mine like a shop.
Oh, wow. Mine's like a shop that's been burgled. That's what mine is. I'll find a way of doing it, but I never do anything the way you're supposed to. But if I find something that works for the way my memory works, which is visually, then I'll be all right.
Yeah.
My message, sadly, was about a faulty camera.
Oh, no.
I said the functions were working, but she said when the flash keeps making a funny noise. So that's all she put. So I said, do you want to return it or do you want a partial refund? I'd rather give her a partial refund, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe noise as a reason to return things is the new smell. I've had a creaky shoe. You've had a funny, whatever it was, flash.
Oh dear.
I see Indy's just had a ka-ching. She sold a discontinued Crabtree and Evelyn perfume for £60.
Oh, wow. Well done, Indy. Oh, Indy, I've got a T-shirt like yours. I saw yours on Instagram, so I bought one, so thank you.
What is the deal with posting perfume as well? Because I did it with Royal Mail before I knew that you can't with Royal Mail, can you? Do you have to use a certain courier?
I've done it with Royal Mail. I just don't say,
Just don't say anything. But officially, you just do it on the radar.
Is it you can't sell it, or do you have to declare it? Because sometimes you can put them through, but you have to declare it.
Get a sticker.
I think you can with Royal Mail unless it's over a certain size.
Right.
I could be making that up. I don't know. Indy says you can Royal Mail.
I've sent perfume with my Hermes before now.
Okay.
I haven't had any problems. I package it bloody well, obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they never know what's in there, it doesn't matter anyway, does it? But
it's not. I'm not selling lots of it. It's very, very occasional.
There you go. She says you have to put a special sticker on the box.
It's Amazon FBA that you can't sell it because they see it as hazmat. So you can't send anything up. You can do it merchant fulfilled. You just can't send it to FBA.
Actually, while I'm at it, Amanda Roberts says she's got a huge chickaboo monkey from the 80s with clothes on and shoes. Is it worth anything? I sold a couple of, was it chickaboos or gongas actually? No, I did have a chickaboo, but a little one, I think. Sure, it went for, but that was only little. I'm sure that went for about £15 or £20.
Is that those ones that suck their thumbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Germany, they're called munchies.
Backs and they so it's definitely worth something. Have a look at just have a look at the soles, but and just aim high and then drop it if there's no interest.
I'm just laughing at Buncrack Picker's comment. Is it a scratch and sniff sticker they put on the box?
So Shirley, have you got any goals for May?
Well, I was in this isn't news really, but I was in a strop. I just put full stop after that because I love setting goals. I'm really, really goal oriented, and I'm task oriented. So I love like a list of stuff, tick it off. I feel brilliant. I'm achieving stuff. And then when I was thinking about this a few days ago, I was still, I wasn't driving. And I was thinking, crying out loud, what can I set as my goals? I can't even have goals this month, So I haven't set any, but then I thought I'm going to be inspired by you lot and see what you're up to. But one thing I thought, I think I'm on about 670 or a bit less than that listings, and I might try and get up to 800. because I'm going to go back with the, like, my year goals. One of the year goals was to get 1,000 quality listings. But at one point I kind of thought, oh, it's not about the amount of listings you've got, you know, just set that aside. And then after, when I, you know, the hideous March, I kind of thought, no, you need listings. Like, there can be quality ones if I like, but I feel like I need numbers to try and hopefully counteract, you know, 0 sales days and stuff. So
yeah, because that was scary much. How many was it? 4 or 5 you had in a row?
what the notes, I can't remember, but it was, the profit was 50% down.
Yeah.
So that's, I just feel like since it's gone back to completely normal now, that can't be a coincidence. Something must have been going on, because I've never, in the last year, never known anything like it. So
yeah.
yes. Have you got goals, Andrea?
Haven't written anything down yet, even though I said I would. No. Other than, yeah, I just want to organise my time better so that I have time to do the things that I want to do, which is like doing YouTube and paying some attention to our blog, which I've completely neglected. So I just need to be organised enough so I list enough, and then I can give myself that time to do other things that are fun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karen, you're very goals orientated as well. Have you got?
Yeah. Well, I done some last month, which I've not released for anyone because I've done a kind of like blog on it, which I done really not well at. But this month, yeah, I'm pushing it for full time. Since Carl sorted this space out for me, I'm now working 9 till 5, 4 days a week. So I want to be earning full-time money for working, well, nearly full-time hours. So yeah, I'm pushing for that. So I also want to increase my sell-through rate. Now, I tried last month by doing a sale for 2 weeks, and I think 2 weeks was too long to run a sale for, because the beginning of it was really good, and that Sunday was amazing when it all finished. But in between, I might as well have not had it on. So because I've got, what I said, nearly 1,100 listings, I can run quite a few sales and still have more stuff to put on sale, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try doing shorter, sharper shocks of sales. But at the moment, with this good till cancelled and like trialing all these new things, that's all it is at the moment. We're all experimenting to see what's working for us. Unless we try it, we don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think I'm going to get an item not as described here.
Oh God.
She's saying not fit for use, but I didn't say it was tested. I said some functions are working. Tested with batteries, some functions are working. I didn't say I'd put film in it.
Yeah.
So
this is why I don't like selling electronics and stuff. This is what makes me so bloody nervous, because they're usually heavy, awkward, and how do you know that something is 100% working?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, Lauren, I'd probably tell them untested, have tested the buttons and they click and it winds round.
Yeah.
Without filming, I'd probably sell them untested, because it saves you from getting the iPad. And if it works, they're going to be amazed. If they're not, oh well, it's untested.
Yeah. Well, I had that guy return that other one saying there was a scratch on the lens, and I inspected that so much and there was no scratch. I think he just changed his mind. So you get them.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, still in profit, so I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the electricals scare me. I've sold quite a few electricals, especially loads for the charity that I was just lumbered with, and I had to do them. But I have had, like, I've sold quite a few cameras as well. I've had people message me and say, when you say you've tested it or to what degree or something, and I've said I've put batteries in, the little light inside is coming on and it's doing this, it's doing that, but yeah, no film. But it's worked out all right. I think I've won back once when it was for the charity. But yeah, I hate, like, I kind of like to feel totally know where you stand and totally safe. You know, like you check your jumper, you know exactly it's perfect or whatever before it goes out. And when you send something out and you're like, oh God, I'm not sure. It's horrible. I hate that feeling.
I think I've learned my lesson on the cameras. I mean, I've had them a year now, so I'm just not interested. I have to make myself list them. So I'm just not interested. So I won't be picking up cameras again unless I see a Mewtwo or something like that. I won't.
Yeah, well, I suppose, yeah, again, not with film, but they're pretty easy to, they seem all right. If you put the battery in, you can check the lights and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But it's good that you tried it because, like, now you know as well.
Mm.
You push your boundaries, and you might have tried it and gone, oh God, I love it. But
There's a lot in the chat saying that if you've got a buyer that contacts you, basically what they're saying, and I do believe this myself as well, if you've got a buyer that contacts you and they're not happy with the item, just try and make the return go as smooth as possible, because they've already told you they want to return it. So they're going to do everything that they can to try and return it.
Yeah.
And George is saying he's had a couple of positive feedbacks on eBay where the item was faulty, but the customer was still very pleased with his attitude and speed of return and refund.
Right,
So just because something initially doesn't start off very well, it doesn't mean it's got to end badly as well. You can turn it around.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, I have automatic return set on my account. So as soon as someone opens a return, it automatically accepts it, whether it's an item doesn't fit or an item's not as described. Because if I was a buyer, I wouldn't want to have to wait around for a day or 2 days to get an answer to whether I can return something or not. Yeah. So I always try and put myself in the buyer's point of view.
They've put doesn't work or is defective, so that's not not as described. That is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Oh well, it's automatically accepted it anyway, so
yeah. Aren't all of our returns automatically accepted now?
I think so.
I know so. I don't know if the other ones are. I think that's a couple of years.
Yeah, mine fits automatically. Sorry. Go.
Yeah, I was trying to say that mine are automatically accepted, but I wanted to know if there was a way that I could turn that off, simply because some of the items that I'm selling off at the minute, like the top that was on about earlier that gone missing, I would have just gave her the money back without her having to return it, because it was only a low value item.
Yeah.
So I'd like to have that choice to do that. But I don't know how to turn the automatic off, or even if that's possible. So if anybody in the chat knows, or any of you know,
because you've got free returns as well now, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm doing free postage and free returns. So sometimes it's not. I mean, it didn't fit her, but she wanted to return it. So I'd rather bin it.
Do they give you a label? You know, like if you get an item not as described, do eBay provide the label, then they bill you? Is that how it works? So I've not had a return yet for it. I'm assuming
I haven't either, Karen, so I don't know. I'm assuming so.
But the only thing I can think of is that if you refund before they post it, you don't get billed until they post it. Because one of the INAs that I had, the broken necklace, I refunded them. They didn't post it back. I didn't get billed for the refund back, because I'd already refunded them.
Yeah,
and they didn't
I think you can quickly get in there and press that button to say
if you can refund it.
Right, I've got you. Yeah.
Yeah, but that leaves it wide open for people to abuse it, doesn't it? Because if they know that you might do that, then the likelihood is they're going to open up an item not as described just to get a refund and keep the item.
Well, it does, but if you're in the position where it's a low value item, then it's going to work in your favour still to write those ones off. I think if it's something expensive, then you're going to want to say no, send it back. I want to check it. But it's an easy thing to do if. Yeah.
Well, that was 15 quid, that camera, but I thought, well, if I get it back, I'll just stick it in a bundle, because I'm going to do bundles of untested cameras with what I've got left. So,
yeah. I know that Karen, you deleted this comment, but I'm going to read it because it's made me laugh, and also I just think it was completely unnecessary. So Matthew Bedford said, "I wish Andrea would start her own channel, as it gets far less views than Nick's videos. And I get a notification on my phone that Nick and Andrea are live, and then I just get disappointed."
Oh, God. Well, bugger off then.
Well, my answer to that, Matthew, is that it's called Nick and Andrea Hills for a reason. The channel is for both of us. So I'm sorry that you don't like videos, but
So go away.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just felt that into the question. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, back onto the old
by people
postage.
who watch you than me.
What? Well, you want to watch the good-looking one? I'm meaning you.
Back onto the postage. Simon said, "Yeah, you get billed once the barcode gets scanned."
Right.
Right.
You don't
Okay.
get billed when the barcode gets scanned. So if you can get in the refund quickly, and most of us, especially Monday to Friday, are on our eBay at least once a day.
Mm.
You know, and you got to think a lot of these people, and this is no disrespect, a lot of people that buy on eBay, you know, I think, why is it such a pain, you know, for them to print off a postage label, you know, because we've got a printer, a lot of them are buying on phones, not all of them have printers.
Yeah.
So they've only got to go to the library to go and get onto their email to print it off, so they can go and print it off. You know, it's not.
A lot of people don't own PCs, do they, these days? A lot of people don't have PCs or printers in their house.
No.
I get a fair number of returns that people haven't gone through, even though they've opened a return, they haven't used the eBay label. They send it back. It's generally through Royal Mail.
Yeah.
Okay. So, has anybody not shared their goals? Did you share yours, Kelly?
Well, I was hoping you'd forget me because that made no. I was keeping quiet. I did get away with it. No, I don't really make monthly goals. Just all the usual stuff.
Kelly.
What?
I only get up once to go to the loo at night.
I wish.
How many times did you get up to go for a wee?
I don't know, Karen. Why don't you just tell the whole internet?
Oversharing.
Oh dear.
What was you doing counting anyway? You should have been asleep.
Counted, but it seemed like a lot.
Oh dear. Oops.
Moving swiftly on. Yeah, I don't make monthly goals either. So that's you and me both. Did anybody make goals for the year? And if you did, how are they going? And have you stuck to them?
No.
No.
I did. I'm trying to look them up.
I did, and I haven't stuck to them.
I didn't have goals for the year. My goal is simply to be better, smarter, more profitable, and to keep learning. You know, I think I'm on track for that, but I'm not measuring it because I know my gut feeling, my instincts are getting better all the time. My hunting skills are getting better. Even my packaging skills aren't quite as ropey as they used to be. So, you know, we're getting there.
Should I go? I've got, you've probably seen this on Insta, but I had minimum 7,000 steps on work days, which is going pretty well. Find a stretchy class, possibly Pilates. I haven't done that, but there's time. Enter more competitions because I used to enter loads of those and I used to win really great things, but it's gone a bit on the back burner. Avoid overloading myself, which I really do, but also avoid underwhelming myself. Because I can either stress myself out or get stressed because I'm bored. And it's been more like that the last couple of weeks. Finish listing and packaging by school pickup. That's been pretty good actually as well. Further stock organisation, that's just like an ongoing thing for me always. And 1,000 quality listings, and I almost changed that to go down to like 500 and thought, oh yeah, I was getting inspired by, but I'm going to do that. I'm just going to have 500 amazing listings. Well, it's just total bull, and I'm going back to 1,000. So there you go.
Cool. How's it going? Are you sticking to them?
Yeah, well, I haven't found the class, but the rest is pretty good.
You've
Actually.
We lost
a couple of hundred listings because I cleared out a load of crap.
Are you still doing all your auctions? You were going to keep going on these auctions until the thing's blinking well sold, or have you got rid of them now?
Yeah, I did last month. I think I used up like all of the auction allowance, and then I think I've only got 25 on at the moment. It's just stuff that's getting on my wit that I want to disappear, really. But I will. That's how I'm going to get rid of stuff. I'm just going to keep it going we've got enough auction allowance to do that. So
yeah.
and it's kind of an easy way of me knowing if it's something that I've been wanting to get rid of for a while as well.
I've got 90 items on auction at the moment.
You've got what?
90 items. And it's stuff that, to be honest, I was going to bag up and redonate. So I think if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, by the time my auctions are done, then I'll just get rid of it out the door, like I was going to. So.
Yeah. I had a couple of bits go on. I literally reduced down to 99p on the last week or a couple of weeks ago or something. But it's like I was pleased that they were sold because it took the decision away from me of, oh gosh, should I carry on with it or should I donate or what should I do with this thing? And it was like, well, that's gone now. Don't have to think about it.
Cool. Has anyone else got any goals that they made for the year, and have you failed at anything? Or
I need someone to make me finish my sewing diploma. I just can't get it done. I need to do it.
Lex is your person, obviously.
I know.
We'll have to kick your butt.
When Nick just came through to make his lunch and then said, have you shared your goals? I have none.
He doesn't do goals either though, does he?
No. And he keeps talking about doing goals, and he's bought 2 different notepads in order to, and a weekly planner and a notepad in order to write down goals. And supposedly we were going to write them every Sunday, but that's so our goals.
Sometimes it can be a good idea to not write down, a bit like a reverse to-do list, to write down what you've actually been doing for the week and do it in reverse.
Yeah, I do that.
I like doing to-do lists every day. You won't be able to read it because it's my doctor's handwriting. But I do it every day when I'm working. And do you know what I love about it? Being able to go through and tick it off and I feel like I've done stuff.
Yeah.
I even put really silly things on there, like topping up my drop and go account, which takes like a second. But you know, that's on there so I can just get across of it.
That's being task oriented, Karen, like me. Like you feel good because you feel like, because that tick means you've achieved something, and it must give you some little endorphin rush because go, oh, I've done something. It's good.
Cross that off my list. Well, not just yet. But Sell a Lady's Life, that's on my list. Look.
Crossed off.
Haven't finished it, can't tick it off yet.
Yeah, I can understand that there must be something to that. So I don't know, might try it. You never know.
I think for me,
I do it sometimes and then I sort of get bored and stop doing it. But every now and again when I've got a big backlog of things that I keep forgetting, I think actually I really need to write those down because I keep forgetting the things that drop off the end of the list, the boring stuff.
I think because I'm trying to work in very set time. One, because otherwise I would work 24/7 if I had my way. And 2, because obviously, you know, I have got kids that do need things like dinners and rubbish like that every now and again. So because I'm working in such set time, I think for me, I have to do a list. Otherwise, I'd be very easily flittering from one thing to another and not actually get anything done. So I know that doing this job gives you freedom, but I think to be productive for me, I have to have the list to do it in the set time. Otherwise, I'd be working 24/7 and burn out.
I think we're just all different, aren't we? Like Mandy's comment is no list here, just action. And I'm kind of like that myself. I'm like, I know what I want to do in my head, so I just do it instead of writing it down and then ticking it off. I just do it.
Yeah.
I think it helps me if I think about the night before what I'm planning to do the next day. But I don't set anything in stone, and I don't beat myself up if I don't get around to doing something. I'm not goal orientated, and I'm not competitive either. I'm not competitive with anybody. I never have been. So I don't get that. Oh, I need to. Feeling that you're describing, Karen or Shelley.
With this as well, it is so I don't beat myself up, because if you tick them off, you can say, well, I didn't get this done today, I didn't get this done today, I didn't get this done today. Whereas I can look, actually, no, but I did get this, and this done. So that's it. I'm fine with quitting work now, you know.
But you see, I'm similar to you, Kelly, and I would look at what I haven't done and then beat myself up over it. Rather than saying, oh, I got this, and this done, I'd be like, but I didn't do that, and that. And then I would like just really beat myself up over it and get stressed.
I suppose, yeah, you've got to make them relatively achievable. So, and even if you're some way put there, then you're less likely to beat yourself up if you, most of the way there. But I'm the same as Karen. Like, it's good for me to say, like you finished at school pickup or something. I'm forcing myself to go and spend time with the kids, sort of thing. They're on Roblox anyway, so yeah.
Hello, I'm live on the internet.
You're not being stupid, but you're live on the internet. It's my mate Joe. She just run. I might have to back out of this, ladies. I will see you all later.
Bye. Last weekend.
Bye.
Sorry, Joe. Hang on.
No, Heather's off for a fun ladies' weekend, isn't she?
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know that.
I've forgotten what the thing is when you're not task oriented, you're something else. Because obviously, Kelly and Andrea, you're both quite creative as well, aren't you?
I like to think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought so. I don't know. I don't really label myself as anything. I just am what I am.
Oh, see, I'm such an overthinker. I like to analyse, as you know. It was to me, Shelley, you think too much. Like, that's not news.
We're all different, though, eh?
The thing is, though, if it's working for you, why change it? As I said, the only reason why I've changed it so much is because otherwise I would work 24/7. You know, I hear people working, and I'm like, say if people are like doing listings, like any of you ladies doing listings on a Sunday, you're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to get this listing done. I think, should I be working? Am I being a lazy man because I'm not working today? But now because I know I'm working set hours, it's like, oh, that's lovely, you're listing. I'm laying in bed. You know.
See, I can't do that because I work as and when, how I feel. If I'm really knackered, there's no point in working because I'll just, I'll be miserable doing it. So I just work as and when, how I feel. If I fancy doing some work, I will. If I don't, I don't. So that's how I go. And there's no point in me comparing myself because I am so down the bottom compared with other resellers. But then I feel like maybe, a lot of people say to me, it's nice to see someone who's just a small reseller because, I am small. I'm 100 listings at the minute. I would like to get to my 250, but I'm not going to pressure myself. If it happens, it happens, basically.
But also, I mean, by the way, for the amount of listings you've got, you seem to sell quite well, I think.
Yeah.
But also, everybody needs to do, what makes you happy overall. Or like some of what me and Karen are doing is kind of safeguarding, really, to stop us burning out. But you need to really think about, how am I happiest working? Because at the end of the day, we're all in control of what we're doing with this stuff, and that's the beauty of it. So
it's about knowing your limits, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, and you and I've said this before, that this is the beauty of reselling. It's accessible to anybody, and you can make of it what you want and what you need out of it. So somebody can, like when we were at eBay earlier in the week, there were people that were making millions, and there was us, we're not making very much at all, and that you could see some of them think, oh, are you making life a bit difficult for yourself? But we love it. We love hunting for the stuff, so that's why we go out on a weekend or we go to charity shops hunting for it. Whereas, it would be easy if we picked up the phone to a wholesaler and got some stuff in and hired some staff to.
But that's boring.
Exactly. We do it because it's a lifestyle choice, and like for you, Karen, it's a lifestyle choice as well. It enables you to make a bit of money, to work at your pace and the way it suits you.
I always say you shouldn't compare yourself to others because there's only one you. The only person you should, if you want to compare yourself to, is compare yourself to where you was a year ago.
Yeah.
If you are looking to grow, that is the only person you should compare yourself to. And not everyone's looking to grow. Like Andrea, you and Nick aren't particularly looking to grow as such now. Or this is the impression I get, because you've paid off your mortgage, you've worked all them blinking, you put in a lot of hours to get yourself in that position.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and now you're looking to not slow it down so much, but be more steady. so you can have more time.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it opens us up to be able to do things like Nick's pub stamps idea and to, you know, go down other creative avenues and do other things. So,
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're on the hour. So we'll wrap it up here. Unless anyone's got anything else they want to say before we go.
Just what are your plans for the rest of the day? We usually say that.
Listing.
Yeah, I've got to finish these. I've done all the photos and I've done the titles and I've measured it all. I just need to update it on the listing. That'll take me about another half hour. Got about 10 there. And then I need to do my post. Still need to do my post yet. I better get that done.
I've got to do my parcels as well. It's only 4 because I went yesterday. I might go on Insta quickly and show what I've got going out. I've got 2 bits earlier, so I could list those. And then it's 2 o'clock, so it's almost child information time, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to pick up the kids today as well, so I need to leave here at 3. So I've got the post to do, and I think I should do that first.
Well, I'm going on really with Darren, and then I've got to drop a parcel off at the post office, and there's a Iceland, so I'm going to have a look at the Slimming World stuff in the Iceland, and there's a charity shop as well, so I might have a quick look in there.
Yay!
You know what, Corinne? Actually, them Slimming World things in Iceland are really good, and do you know what I loved about them more than anything when I was getting them?
What?
Like, you'd buy, because like they'd have a takeaway, and I'd go and get an Indian from like Iceland, the Slimming World one. Is the recipes on the back?
Yeah.
If you cut it out, then you've got the recipe forever.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy the meal again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, what are you up to?
What are you going to say, Quilly?
I sound doing really well today for me. I got 20 odd photographed this morning, didn't I? And I've got 8 listed live, gone live already. So
brilliant.
Yeah, for me that is fantastic.
Right, I'm not going
to trumpet there.
Yeah, well, that's great. I'm not going to compare myself because
you've got a real incentive at the moment, haven't you, Kelly? Because your death pile is literally down to, is it down to nothing now after doing them, or nearly?
That is my clothing death pile. It's not my whole death pile. I've got about 4 different death piles. I'm going to work on the shoe death pile next. Yeah, but I've nearly done the clothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's great.
Fantastic.
Okay, well, thank you to everybody in the chat that joined us and actually enjoyed the stream.
And if you didn't, you can just switch it off.
Why are you still watching? Seriously.
And thank you everybody for joining us today. And yeah, have a great day, everyone.
Thanks, Andrea. Bye.
Bye.